Howdy Cruisers, or Howdy Cruisers and Cures? No. Okay. Well, we'll just stick with members of the court. Welcome, members of the court, to today's episode of Under the Covers News with yours truly. 3 items we want to talk about today. And yeah, well, if I want to talk about them, then so should you. Number 1 is the apparent slow-moving disaster that is Carnival Corporation right now. I don't know how many people have really noticed, but it's a bit weird over there. They have had some not particularly great debuts lately, and well, that kind of ends their streak. It started, I think, with Sun Princess. I'm sure all of you have watched every one of my videos from Sun Princess and realized how disappointed I was in that whole experience. Again, just to remind everybody, Caribbean Princess, yes, good old Caribbean Princess, was my number 1 cruise for 2003, and I was so excited to sail on Sun Princess last October, was it? And oh boy, did she crash and burn. Yes, that was a disastrous experience. Worst cruise. Okay, no cruise was bad, but the least great cruise of 2024. So, and I did sail Margaritaville Paradise. Just saying. Then, Queen Anne. I watched a couple videos. I actually did some research for this, and Queen Anne is okay received, apparently. Not well received, just okay received. And I agree. After my amazing sailing on Queen Elizabeth last year, I was expecting some fantastic things from the brand new ship, and it was, they just kind of like phoned it in. All right, it was just a rebadged Pinnacle class ship from Holland, and I don't know, I felt like they just didn't really put a whole lot of effort into it. In fact, I was watching another video a couple months ago, and the creator made the point of saying that Queen Anne literally is just a rebadged Pinnacle class ship. She does not have any hull reinforcements like Cunard did with Queen Victoria and Queen Elizabeth to that class of ship. So yeah, they really just, slapped some Cunard livery on it and expected to call it a day. I don't think it's working, guys. Cunard is Cunard for a reason. What caused this to make this video is a video I saw on the new Carnival ships in Australia, Carnival Encounter, and I presume Carnival Adventure, the former P&O Encounter and P&O Adventure. And they apparently are not being particularly well received by the Australian market. I think one of the creators said they kept the worst parts of P&O and brought in the worst parts of Carnival or something crazy like that. They're these weird hybrid ships that, I don't know, maybe the market just needs some time to get used to it, but they're saying, they didn't, I think the gist was they weren't carnivalized enough, right? So I don't know who was thinking about this. They were only in dry dock for a few weeks for the conversion. Again, they're just kind of like taking the express way out of it, and I don't think it's working, guys. Here's what I'm thinking, especially with the P&O ships. I'll bet they thought they could pull off the same thing they did with Carnival Venezia and Carnival Firenze, which worked very well. I think the fun Italian style experience that they had on Carnival Firenze was a fantastic experience. It's genuine Carnival, but it's different enough from real Carnival to be special. And I will just repeat, if you are a frequent Carnival cruiser that is looking for something different and exciting, then yes, Venezia and Firenze should definitely be on your list. Had a fantastic time, and I do highly recommend them. But that's not what happened with the P&O ships, apparently. Carnival's posting a profit, so they really have no excuse other than, I don't know, laziness, or they just didn't want to put the effort into it. I don't know. It's very weird, but two failures and a with Queen Anne. I don't know. I hope Carnival can pull it off, or just get out of this rut that they're in. What is their next new ship? Oh, I hope it's not Star Princess. Yeah, maybe it is in November. Well, good luck. I won't be there. Next up, more premature debut drama, this time at Celebrity Cruises. Celebrity Xcel apparently is going to be 4 whole days early, and now Royal Caribbean is offering the people booked on the original inaugural, a 7-day sailing, the opportunity to, I guess, switch over. I hope it's going to be prorated. Okay, it's good. Good effort. You didn't just leave them hanging, but still, I think there's a lot of people who are not going to be happy about this because they booked the 7-day inaugural expecting the 7-day cruise experience and a 7-day programming. And 7-day programming is different than 4-day programming. They know this. So again, Celebrity, Royal Caribbean Group, not really the way to handle it. What you should have done was, what you should have done was take my advice from the video I made a while ago, a few months ago, maybe a year ago, on how to handle this situation. You don't sell a specific date for the inaugural. That's it. If you want it to be a 7-day inaugural, okay, you sell the 7-day inaugural within a 3-week window. And trust me, all you cruise lines out there, okay, people who book these inaugural sailings, we are flexible. Okay, we do not need it to be a specific date. Just give us like a 3-week window and we will figure it all out. Don't worry about that. Okay, we have that ability. Trust me, it's not going to be a problem. You continue to create all this drama. Now, Star of the Seas did this twice. Okay, I can imagine those pinnacles. You know how hard they are to please. And yeah, so again, this is a very, very easy problem to solve. You just sell the 7-day inaugural within 3 weeks and you just move the inaugural up. Okay, so that 7-day sailing leaves on a Tuesday instead of a Saturday. They're okay with that. And then you do your little 4 days and then back to the normal schedule. But yeah, this whole drama of switching and adding new sailings, I'm a little bit shocked that still, it's only Disney that really understands what the inaugural sailing means. Get it together, people. Last item today is the closure after this season of Six Flags America up in... Well, it's in Maryland. It's in a suburb just east of Washington, D.C. I am really trying to remember if I have been to this park. The only opportunity I would have had would have been a very long time ago when my ex was living literally down the street from there. I know we for sure 100% went to the park that is currently King's Dominion. It was owned by Paramount back then. But I don't think we ever made it to the park that is now Six Flags America. Or was it even Six Flags America back then? I know it doesn't really matter. But the new Six Flags Corporation, there's I don't know, there's something flying around in here. Great, more to deal with. Anyway, the new Six Flags Corporation announced that park will be closing at the end of the 2025 season. So yes, I will absolutely 100% go to Six Flags America this year. That is absolutely guaranteed. I will do it on the same trip as Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, and King's Dominion. And since it's close enough, maybe even Hershey Park. But yes, definitely will be on the list. Here's the thing. They announced that the park is being closed simply because they are going to redevelop the property, which means the land under the park is worth more than an operating theme park. And I don't know if it was them or one of the analysts said it's because of the extensive housing demand around the capital. I just want to point out to anybody who is saddened by the closing of an amusement park that is specifically because of land value and housing pressure, that area would not be under significant housing pressure, especially in the Washington, D.C. area, if we actually were to cut 90% of the government. Just saying. And that's your Under the Covers Cruise news. There will be Under the Covers Cruise tips. Actually, there will be Under the Covers tips because we don't do just cruising around here. Coming up soon, so be sure and look out for those. Yes, I'm still thinking about packing for my next sailing. I really have to do that. I really should do it tomorrow and Sunday just to get it over with so I don't have to worry about it. But you know me, I always wait till the last second. But hey, we're pros around here, so we're okay. If you are on that sailing, or if you are on any of my upcoming sailings this year, then I do hope to see you on board.